while we'd all like to have the support and encouragement of our friends and our family members when we share our visions, we've all had the experience of our loved ones telling us to be realistic or completely stopping on our dreams. Hi, I'm Deborah Poneman, founder of Yes to Success, where we give you knowledge and tools to live your ultimate life and ageless, anti-aging for your brain, your body, and your future. You know, it hurts to be criticized or even ridiculed. And although I believe that everyone is doing the best they can given their own life circumstances, we do need to be careful with whom we share our cherished dreams. When you have an idea that lights you up and you share it with a member of what I call the discouragement committee, and they tell you immediately all the reasons why your idea will never work, it could blow your candle out, never to be lit again. And it's not that these people consciously don't want you to be happy or successful, but they most likely are unconsciously threatened in some way by your vision. Maybe they're afraid that you'll leave them behind as you pursue your dreams, or they wrongly think that your success in some way will take success away from them. So sometimes it's good to keep our cherished dreams to ourselves. You know, the words sacred and secret come from the same root. That which is sacred should be kept secret. And your precious dreams certainly fall into that category of sacred. In an ideal world, we would always be surrounded by positive, encouraging people. But since we can't control others, if we do encounter the discouragement committee, just don't allow yourself to be dissuaded or even use their discouragement as inspirational dissatisfaction. I didn't make that term up, and I can't remember where I heard it from, probably Earl Nightingale. But when Henry Ford had the idea to build the Model T, he shared his idea with his dad, who said to him, and this is a quote, "And you gave up a good $5 a week job to chase a crazy idea like that?" Ford said that that was the moment that he committed beyond a doubt to creating his vision of a horseless carriage. Which makes me think of another story. Decades ago, my brother-in-law came to one of my Yes to Success seminars. He had always loved music. He was a disc jockey in college. He wrote a music column in a school newspaper, and he had a real eye for talent. Even when he was a little guy, well, he wasn't that little, but when he was a little guy, he would absolutely predict which artists were going to be one-hit wonders and which artists were going to make it to superstardom. His dream was to pursue a career as a manager or an agent in the music industry. At the Yes to Success seminar, he told me that his parents were encouraging him to be practical and go into computers, and were going to pay for him to attend graduate school in that field, admonishing him that the music industry was just too difficult and hardly anyone made it in that field. Oh, and they would not give him a penny if he pursued that crazy dream. Well, during the seminar, he had an epiphany. He realized he didn't care how difficult it was or how few people made it or if his parents gave him money or not. It was what lit him up. It was what made his heart sing. He told his parents, "Thanks, but no thanks. Keep your graduate school money." And he went out and he started his own small independent record label. And one day in a cafe in Seattle, playing to a room of about 12, 15 people, he heard a band that he knew could be so hot. So he offered to sign them to his fledgling label, and they said yes. And that little group, named Nirvana, became one of the most successful bands in music history. And soon my brother-in-law's little record company also signed Soundgarden and Mudhoney and so many more. And it wasn't more than a couple years until it was worth tens of millions of dollars. And he's never looked back. Remember the quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, "There is nothing capricious in nature." That means there's nothing tricky in nature. He goes on to say, "The implanting of a desire indicates that its gratification is in the constitution of the creature who feels it. In other words, you wouldn't have had the idea in the first place if you weren't meant to bring it to fruition. So tell the naysayers, thank you for sharing, and continue to make your dreams come true. Remember, your dreams want you as much as you want them. You were each put on earth for a purpose, and nobody can do what you were put here to do. They can do something similar, but they're not you. There are people waiting for you. There are people born to have their lives impacted by you. And I'd like to end today's message with a quote from the great motivational speaker from the 60s and 70s, Earl Nightingale, whose brand was The Strangest Secret. And the strangest secret, by the way, was the power of your mind to create your reality. And he said, never give up on your dreams because of the time it will take to accomplish them. The time will pass anyway. So I wish you all the joy, freedom, and fulfillment living your dreams will bring.